631-9017 to make your contribution to the 61st Annual Empty Stocking Program. Any contribution you can make will be greatly appreciated, and will be passed along to the needy in central Minnesota before the Christmas season arrives. If the phone line is busy, you call, please try again in just a few minutes, and we'll try to get that item picked up for you if that's what you would like. You can bring it in, or you can mail it in if it is a donation that can be mailed. The Wadena Juniors 4-H Club has donated $25 this evening to the Empty Stocking Drive. Peters to Deer Creek, a rocking horse, and some children's games. Dale and Marge Carr of Verndale, $25 donation. Orville Idols of Sabika, a $5 donation and a box of clothing. Grace Lutheran Church up at Sabika has donated a box of clothing. A box of clothing. We also have here from Stan Tron Masonry of Wadena a $25 donation. By the way, the little noises you hear in the background as we are setting up for, I believe, Clarence Butterman is going to be next, and he's got several selections for us as well. The Bluffton Lions Club has come through with a $20 donation. We thank them for that. Abigail J. Evans has donated $10. Compassionate Friends of Wadena, some new children's toys and clothing. Thank you so much. Walter Godel of Wadena, $15 donation. The Wadena Fire Department has come through with $50 in cash. And Augie Kreklaw of Sabika, a $5 donation, along with $50 from the Wadena Federation of Teachers. Thank you so much for your support tonight as well. Well, we haven't rolled up the old tote board in a while, but at 8:30 this evening, we were at $3,716, and a new figure coming in now of $4,165, $4,165. People listening in central Minnesota tonight are doing their part by calling 631-9017, 631-9017. We're just over $4,100 now, and we know that we can move up and beyond that before 10 o'clock tonight. Rick, in case you didn't hear it, it's at $4,165 now with about an hour and 10 minutes to go.
Fantastic, Dan. The number, 631-9017. We can't say that enough. We want you to call in and make your donation to the Empty Stocking, the 61st Annual Empty Stocking Program from the Wadena Senior High School cafeteria. We're going to get Clarence Bunderman out right now. Clarence has been with us for quite a few years. He's going to be accompanied here by Clarence Hemphill, who we heard from earlier. Clarence, go ahead.
Clarence Bunderman there on the accordion, and coming back to help out on the guitar was Cliff Handel once again. All right, we're moving along, and we've got Tracy Erickson and Glenn Lewis coming up here in just a few minutes. If you'd like to make a contribution to the 1987 61st Annual Empty Stocking Program, call us right now at 631-9017, 631-9017, and we'll take your play over the phone and make arrangements to either have it mailed in, brought in, or we can send the JCs over there yet this evening until about 10 or 10:15 to pick it up. We have from Roger and Doris Longenson of Wadena a $20 donation. Maureen Oberdorfer of Wadena has 4 boxes of clothing, a doll bunk bed, and some other toys. Arnie and Shirley Harchin of Wadena have donated a box of clothing and food items. Remember, we take cash donations, we take clothing, quilts, bedding of that kind, and also the non-perishable food item. Welcome to, as we continue to collect funds for the 1987 Empty Stocking Program. 631-9017. We need to hear the phones keep ringing here tonight until 10 o'clock. 631-9017. If you have not made your pledge yet tonight, please do so at this time. And if you hear some music or some entertainment tonight that you enjoy, that's a good time to make the pledge, because then we take note of that and we try to bring them back again next year. If you hear something you like, give us a call, 631-9017, and make your pledge to the 61st Annual Empty Stocking Program. On until 10 tonight. We should maybe do an ID, Rick. You're listening to 92 KWAD in Wadena.
Are we? Oh, yeah, we are.
We are, aren't we?
That's what we're doing. Right now, Dan, we're going to hear from Glenn Lewis and Tracy Erickson. Tracy's a student of Glenn's, and they're going to be playing guitars for us this evening. They're going to be playing Malagueña and Can't Help Falling in Love. Glenn and Tracy. Fantastic. Nice job. Glenn Lewis and none other than Tracy Erickson. Now, Tracy has played here a couple of times before. She keeps getting better every year.
Getting better every year?
You bet. A lot of little help there from Glenn, I'm sure.
You bet.
Glenn Lewis, Tracy Erickson. We have got Karen Heller coming up next. She's going to be singing a couple of tunes for us.
I thought Dan Hansen was snuck in there.
Hold
Rick.
it here. That's right.
Check your cheat
Check
sheet
my
there.
cheat sheet. Dan Hansen is going to come up and sing a song.
This is going to cost somebody some money because
That's
they wanted
right.
to hear Dan sing, and they were going to
That's
pledge
right.
some money. So that's
You're next, Dan.
that's good, and he's getting some accompaniment, and Rick's going to swing over there and swing a microphone for him as well. But Dan Hansen, I believe he's going to sing Until Then. Is that right, Dan? Okay. Now we need the phones to ring again as we take a quick break here between entertainment, and 631-9017, 631-9017, the numbers to call, the number to call tonight for the, we need to double our money? Okay, I thought you were matching everything that was collected anyway, ma'am. Oh, I see. All right. We do need your help tonight. We've still got about 50 minutes to go, and it's 631-9017, the numbers to call. And we'll do these, I guess, Rick, after Dan's done, maybe.
Okay. Dan Hansen now going to sing a tune. He's going to be accompanied by Deborah Nels. Dan?
My heart can sing when I pause to remember a heartache here is but a stepping stone along a trail that's winding always upward. This troubled world is not my final home. But until then, my heart will go on singing. Until then, with joy I'll carry on. Until the day my eyes behold that city, until the day God calls me home. The things of earth will dim and lose their values if we recall they're borrowed for a while, and things of earth that cause the heart to tremble, remembered there, will only bring a smile. But until then, my heart will go on singing. Until then, with joy I'll carry on. Until the day my eyes behold the city. Until the day God called me home. This weary world, with all its toil and struggle, may take its toll of misery and strife. The soul of man is like a waiting falcon. When it's released, it's destined for the skies. But until then, my heart will go on singing. Until then, with joy I'll carry on.
Hansen entertaining us tonight during the 61st annual Empty Stocking program. Dan, thanks for that until then. We have Karen Heller coming up next with a couple, Think of All You Know and Christmas. We also have some donations to announce, and we want to remind you that it's 631-9017 is the number to call, 631-9017 to make your pledge to the Empty Stocking program this evening. Webb Geyser of Bluffton has donated $10. Thanks, Webb. Down in Lorraine, Baja, Verndale, a $10 donation as well. Mr. and Mrs. Martin Peters of Wadena have donated some toys that the JCs will be going out to pick up. Gordon Catherine Berg of Staples, a $10 donation this evening. Maxine Erickson of Wadena, a $5 donation. And they'd like to hear Tracy and Glenn again. Well, we'll see if we have time. We're just about running behind at this point, but we'll see what we come up with at the end. Topeka United Methodist Women, a $50 pledge this evening. Wayne and Art Nesgus of New York Mill, $10 pledge. Kathy Hansen and Jim Calberly of Wadena, a box and bag of adult and children's clothing. So much. Lauren and Janice Thalman over in Henning. Lauren got in the act tonight.
He sure did. That's good. That's good.
4 boxes of clothing from that family this evening. 631-9017, the number to call, 631-9017. If you'd like to make your pledge to the Empty Stocking program this evening, and we've got 45 minutes left, and we've got 5 pieces of musical entertainment left.
You bet. About 9:15 this evening, Karen Heller is coming up next. Karen is going to be doing Think of All You Know and Christmas. Karen?
Think of all you know about Jesus. Think of all you know about his life. Now listen to the prophet of Isaiah and what he has to say about the Lord. He was oppressed and afflicted by men, but he opened not his mouth. He was cut off from the living, for our sins assigned a grave with the rich, and it was God's will to bruise him, God's will to raise him, that he'd see the fruit of his pain.
Karen is going to tune her guitar there just a little bit. We have a couple of more donations to tell you about this evening. The 3H's home here, Bartlett Township, have donated a quilt this evening. And the number to call to make a donation, 631-9017. 631-9017. Let's get the phone ringing. Let's keep Liz busy over there. 631-9017. Karen is going to be doing another tune for us. After Karen, we're going to hear from Jane Weber and Mary Lemkel, and then Jesse Erickson, Fadakendorf, and Joe Thomas. And then it's going to be Stanley Windle. Dick Hess will wind things up tonight. So 631-9017 is the number to call for the Empty Stocking Fund this evening.
Again, we're getting a lot of help from the Wadena Pioneer Journal. Their staff here tonight includes Liz Miller, Mim Moz, Ed Hammond, and Dick Hess is here. The Wadena Women of Today Talent Committee of Diane Peters, Barb Thunberg, Dorothy Beyer, Vicki Smith, and the Wadena JCs are out and about collecting some of these donations this evening. Looks like Karen's going to give it another shot.
Can I sing the last other song, please? The Spirit of the Lord God was on him because he was anointed to preach good tidings to the meek and healing binding to all the broken-hearted ones on earth. Liberty to the captives and open prison doors to proclaim the year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our God, and offer the morning, bringing them beauty and joy, that he be glorified. gone and storm clouds are near. Old friends that aren't around, lost loved ones that can't be found, make Christmas the saddest time of the year. That's why Jesus came to Bethlehem. That's why Jesus went to Jerusalem. That's why Jesus died, came alive again to be with us the saddest time of year. Christmas is the happiest time of year. Someone's there to wipe away all your tears. Just like sisters and brothers in the Lord, there are so many others to make Christmas the happiest time of year. To be with us the saddest time of the year. To make Christmas the happiest time of year.
So, Ivan, when I'm putting my babies to bed tonight, I'm going to say a prayer for you and yours. And if you, in your own way, would say a prayer for me and mine, and maybe we could talk our neighbors into doing the same thing, that would be powerful. That any
Fantastic. Father Dockendorf, Jesse Erickson, and Joe Thomas with a couple of great tunes there for us.
All right.
We're going to get Stanley Windle set up here, Dan, if you want to run through some of the donations.
The phones have gone quiet here for another second or so we want them to go back to work. 631-9017. We're down to the last 19 minutes of this 1987 Empty Stocking Program. 631-9017 is the number to call, and we'd like to hear from you yet this evening before we wrap things up at 10 o'clock. According to the accountant, we're now at $4,456. That is cash donations. Of course, we can add on top of that the clothing, the toys, and the non-perishable food items that have been called in as well this evening. $4,456 right now. Jim and Jenny Richter have donated $20. They'd like to hear Jane and Mary again, possibly Silent Night if we have time. We're going to have to see where we end up. Heather Aho of Wolf Lake, a $20 donation. Thanks so much. The Deer Creek Go-Getters 4-H Club have kicked in $10 this evening. And Ward's Auto Salvage, a $55 donation for this evening. Also from Green Valley Home Study Group of Wadena, $20. Thanks. The phones are ringing now. We appreciate that. Keep them going. If you get a busy signal, call right back. 631-9017, 631-9017.
Yeah, you bet, Dan. We have Stanley. Oh, okay. Yeah. We have Stanley Windles with us this evening. Again, Stan's been with us for many years. And again, the number to call, 631-9017 to make your pledge to the 61st Annual Stocking Program. Take it away, Stanley.
Thank you, Rick. The first one will be The Happy Wanderer. Thank you. My next number will be a waltz medley. It will be Cuckoo Waltz and Bluebird Waltz. And I have a special dedication for my dad, the Fenske Waltz, Paulson, and Elsa, Over the Waves Waltz. here's the old favorite hymn, When the Saints Go Marching In.
Dan Windles, and of course with the accordion there, entertaining us with waltzes and When the Saints Go Marching In there to wrap things up. Well, that moves us to our final selection this evening, which will be Dick Hess, who is organizer and of the Empty Stocking program. But we'll still take your calls for the next few minutes at 631-9017, 631-9017. And while they take some more calls, I'll read off some more donations been made tonight to the 61st annual Empty Stocking program. Our Savior's Fern Sunday School classes in Sabika have donated some food and some money. Mary Pierce, I believe, Verndale clothing and a 10 pair of mittens. Boy, those are very much needed. Deanne and Stevie Ness of Wadena, $25. Earl Hizzleland family have donated $5. Bob and Marion Derby of Wadena, $20. B.J. Benkovsky of Minneapolis, $20. Okay. And that's the latest. We're going to give you an update on the tote board, I guess, when Dick gets through this evening, and then we will kind of give you a rough figure of where we're at right now and what we expect to happen in the next few weeks. At this time, I guess I'll turn it over to one of the organizers of the Empty, or maybe Mr. Organization when it comes to the Empty Stocking, Dick Hess.
Dan and Rick, we appreciate from the PJ staff your broadcasting the Empty Stocking program, and we appreciate all of you who have performed tonight, and there's been over 20 different groups, choirs, and individuals. To those of you who have phoned in your contributions, you have opened your hearts by contributing donations of food, of clothing, and cash to the Empty Stocking Fund. And rest assured, there will be needy and destitute families in our county area that will benefit by your generosity. And I want you to know that through your sincere thoughtfulness, this all has come true, and it'll make for a very pleasant Christmas for all of us. There are others, too, who have not been here tonight who have contributed to the success of our program, and that includes the City Council, the City Fire Department, members of our own National Honor Society here at school, the public schools, the Wadena JCs, the Wadena Women of Today, and these people have given freely of their time to make this possible. And we do thank our own PJ staff for manning the phones, and Bell Telephone for furnishing the lines for tonight's program. At this very hour, there are senior volunteers who are working at room 3 of the fire hall in sorting and packaging of gifts. And these people are headed by Bertie Hearn, by Dorothy Bride, Clarence Horn, Reg Mead, Chops Kramer, to just name a few. There are over 20 volunteers who are working between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. daily at the fire hall. There will be members of the clergy, there will be Lions Club members, there will be Rotarians and volunteers and school teachers who come Wednesday, the 16th of December, and from then until the 19th. We will then distribute these packages to the needy in our county area. All is a concerted effort, and we thank you for those many efforts and those many contributions. Finally, but not least, I have a neighbor who expired Monday. And this woman was 84 years old and has been a constant contributor to the Empty Stocking. But most of all, to disadvantaged youth in our area. She's the mother of Clarence Horsager, and I want to salute you for your effort and certainly her effort throughout her 84 years in making life pleasant for the destitute. I'd like to sing How Great Thou Art.
When I in awesome wonder consider all the world thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. And for a slate I wander, hear the birds sing sweetly in the trees. When I look down from lofty mountain grandeur and hear the brook and feel the gentle breeze, when Christ shall come with shout of acclamation and take me home, what joy shall fill my heart? Then I shall bow in humble adoration and there proclaim, my God, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art.
Thank you very much, Dick Dickus of the Wadena Pioneer Journal and the leader of the Empty Stocking Fund. Dan, it's been a fun night. It's a dandy night.
It's been a dandy night, as indeed. The Homecrest second shift has come on duty. They have donated $31. That will be matched by Homecrest Industries with another $31. And that brings the tote board to $4,608. And we can anticipate about another $300 to $3,500 coming in the next 2 weeks.
And,
so we're going to go up around that $8,000 money this year, which is outstanding.
Yes, it is. Thank you very much to everybody for contributing tonight. Without you, it wouldn't be possible. We're going to send it back to our studios now. It is 10 o'clock at KWAD Wadena. Lori will take a quick look at the weather and also get some news from ABC.
All right, Rick. It's 1 minute before 10 o'clock here at KWAD. Our central Minnesota weather forecast calls for cloudy skies tonight with a 30% chance of light snow, patchy freezing rain, a low of 20 degrees, southeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour becoming northwest. Tomorrow, cloudy in the morning with some clearing in the afternoon, a high of 33 degrees, northwest winds at 5-15 miles per hour. Thursday night and Friday, mostly cloudy, low Thursday night 18 degrees, high Friday 38. Our extended outlook Saturday through Monday, a chance for rain or snow Saturday and Sunday, mostly cloudy on Monday. ABC News is next.
A woman in my congregation told me her husband abused her. As her clergyman, I said, be strong, keep the family together.
Every 18 seconds, a woman is battered.
She said, he might kill me. What about my children?
Women of all races, income, or educational level are victims.
And I thought, what if my daughter was in danger? Would I expect her to stay?
Battering is a crime. Being family doesn't change that.
For help or information, call the Women's Center at 828-1216.
I'm John
Emergency
Grimes. A silent night in Atlanta. The families of Cuban detainees held another vigil just outside the Atlanta Federal Prison tonight, as they have past 9 nights, hoping for an end to the drama. The Reverend Ed Salazar says the mood of the detainee families is upbeat.
We continue to pray vigil and hope that very soon Bishop Roman will be able to come here and some finishing touches on the negotiations.
While federal authorities will not permit Miami's Cuban bishop to come personally to the Atlanta prison, they did allow the inmates to hear a tape of the bishop during the day. And one negotiator says there's only one major hurdle to be settled to resolve the dispute and free 89 hostages. But he didn't say what it is. More to this.
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
I decided to make my family a homemade Italian spaghetti dinner.
Well, I'm Antonio. My Italian gourmet market them to. Here you go.
What's this?
Prego spaghetti sauce.
No, I want individual ingredients like oregano
it's in there.
And basil
it's in there.
and garlic.
It's in there.
Are you trying to tell me everything, even the herbs and spices, are in this jar of Prego spaghetti sauce?
Put your nose up against the jar, you see.
It's in there.
It's in there, yeah. How about some nice bread?
Yeah, Prego spaghetti sauce and original and extra chunky varieties. Homemade taste. It's in there.
Chin up, holiday shoppers. We have the gift you've been searching for. Now all you have to do is choose a recipient. The Black & Decker Cup at a Time coffee maker. It lets you have 1 cup of brewed coffee instantly without having to make a whole pot. So single out special someone. A grown child who's flown the coop. The lone coffee drinker in the tea-drinking household. The man who marches to a different drummer. The Cup at a Time coffee maker from Black & Decker. Special gifts for special people.
As the U.S. and the Soviet Union put finishing touches on plans for next week's Reagan-Gorbachev summit in Washington, the two sides are also vying for the spotlight. President Reagan sits down with newsmen from the 3 major TV networks tomorrow night for an interview, and Soviet leader Gorbachev is inviting congressional leaders to meet with him next week at the Soviet embassy in Washington. Conservatives sulched a plan for Gorbachev to speak to a joint meeting of Congress. Haiti's military junta says it wants the Haitian Electoral Commission quickly reorganized by tomorrow night. The junta says it still plans to hold democratic elections in time to transfer its power to a new civilian president by next February. Human rights groups in Port-au-Prince say members who took part in neighborhood defense brigades have mysteriously disappeared. They say some have been arrested, others may be in hiding. Hustler magazine publisher Larry Flynt in a wheelchair and the Reverend Jerry Falwell came face-to-face outside the U.S. Supreme Court during the day. Inside, their lawyers argued their case. The last time the two met, a jury awarded Falwell $200,000 damages for a pointed sexual parody done about Falwell in Flynt's magazine. Before reporters, Flynt argued there's more at stake than money and his magazine.
If that jury's decision is allowed to stand, that means that any journalist or political cartoonist that does an article or a cartoon that is unfavorable to an individual, that person can sue.
Falwell, referring to the Hustler cartoon depicting him having sexual relations with his own mother in an outhouse, insists there must be limits.
There's not a person around here who, in my opinion, would have read an ad in any magazine that depicted you in the same way with your mother as I was depicted. It would not feel, in my opinion, as anguished as I.
Falwell compares Flynt to a burglar who breaks into a home. President Reagan's AIDS Commission, recently in disarray, handed up its first report today, 5 days before it was due, and commission members promise a final list of recommendations ahead of schedule. The nation's largest investment firm in the making, sources say Shearson Lehman Brothers has reached tentative agreement to buy the E.F. Hutton Company for $1 billion. This is ABC News. He's probably one of the most beloved figures of the 20th century. His initials, FDR, signify an historic presidency to young students. But now the American Heritage magazine claims it was President Roosevelt who purposely leaked secret plans for a 10 million man military force to invade Europe and defeat Hitler. The leak came just 3 days before the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, drawing the U.S. into the war. Historian Thomas Fleming believes Roosevelt hoped to goad Hitler into declaring war on the U.S. For the ABC Information Network, I'm John Gross.
Save at Archie's Super Value in Wadena and in Perham. USDA Choice Boneless Chuck Roast at $1.49 a pound. Large and extra large Coca-Cola sweatshirts are just $6.99 each. And here's a super deal. Feddings white bread dough. 4 1-pound loaves, just 77 cents. You'll save when you shop at Archie's Super Value in Wadena and in Perham. Archie's, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Okay, doctor says, you have high blood pressure. Take this medicine. And he said, eat wisely and don't smoke. And don't keep taking the medicine. But you know what? I feel fine now. I really do. And I get tired of taking the medicine. Hey, I don't need it anymore anyway.
Every year, thousands of people with high blood pressure who should be taking their medicine die. If you have high blood pressure, follow your doctor's advice. The American Heart Association, fighting for your life.
The American Ag Network keeps you up to date with agriculture right here on KWAD.
Harold comes over and cries on my shoulder while Linda keeps you on the phone. Lord knows they're trying to keep their love from dying, but somehow they can't get along.
As their love grows older, their hearts just grow colder. It looks like it's over for them. But honey, I loved you so much the first time that we touched. I love you more now than then. Darling, you're still new to me. The longer that I hold you, the more I believe
that our first night together,
well, it's gonna last forever.
if only in our memories. And you know time won't be stealing that old first time feeling. You'll always be new to me. Let's bring back the good times, those days that were so fine. We'll play our favorite old song.